So, Shadow Generations is getting released, and Sega decided to produce anime episodes to promote it, and that's what we're going to be watching today. So, episode 1 begins, and Shadow and Maria are running down a corridor, and immediately I'm like,
oh, that's terrible.
You seem kind of psyched.
No, I'm bummed.
Because last time this happened, Maria sort of maybe kinda got shot in the face. But Sega debated us because Maria just takes Shadow to Stargaze. But oh no, Maria is being affected by the fainting disease, and Shadow for some reason begins to spit out some exposition about being the ultimate life form being thing.
Blah 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 pride, blah blah prince of all, blah 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 super saiyan, blah blah blah.
And to shut him up, Maria does this. Oh no, I know where this is going.
Yuck. Ew. Gross. Knuckles, that's prison.
Only if you let it be.
But thankfully, it's interrupted by a nuke going off in space. Anyway, the thing that attacked them was Gemerl from Sonic Advance 3. What's up, bro? It's been a while since I kicked your ass. And this next part makes me laugh because as soon as Shadow sees some explosions, that boy hits the jets and just leaves this poor defenseless girl all by herself. And before we get to the hands, can we just appreciate how freaking gorgeous this anime is? Sega, you did not have to go this far, but I'm sure glad that you did. So Shadow finds Gemerl, and it's on sight between these two. Yo! Just one punch created this big boom? I apologize, Shadow. I was not familiar with your game, my boy. Anyway, these two start going blow for blow. Probably because Gemerl has Kakashi's Sharingan built into him, which allows him the copy and paste ability. So Shadow hits him with a spin dash, and Gemerl's like, give me some of that. And they get straight back to the hands, and just look at the animation, just a flurry of blocks and weaves.
It's so beautiful.
But eventually Shadow gets so mad that his punch straight up shatters reality, because all of a sudden the op spawns out of nowhere, and even Shadow is like, not it! Then all of a sudden Shadow is in front of Eggman's grandfather, and some freaky deaky things start happening. Like the sky turns red, and already that's a bad sign. And then we see Maria get shot in the face, but in silhouette this time. Man, this little girl really cannot catch a break. Anyway, it turns out that Shadow was having a nightmare, and can you blame him? Just look at the moon. If I saw that every night, I'd be having nightmares too. Damn.
Damn, this is some scary shit.
So now it's on to episode 2, where Maria finds Shadow staring at an eyeball, and Shadow goes full exposition mode and basically says that he's a Resident Evil experiment. But Maria's like, power of friendship, or something, I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. Anyway, we flash forward to the modern day, and this is what we came for, baby, because Shadow just starts rampaging through Egypt like he's Napoleon in 1798.
Read a book, people.
Anyway, there's an army of semi-robots in Shadow's way, and this man Shadow starts moving so devious that I had to slow down the footage just to register what my goat was even doing. First, he throws a punch, blowing up robot number 1. Then he steals a sword and yeets it at another robot like he's Madara. Then he teleports behind robot number 3 and gives this man the tornado spin straight into a building. Then out of nowhere, his two best friendos spawn out of nowhere. First up, we got Omega, who is a robot who is kind of racist against his own kind.
Face me, inferior models.
And number 2 is Rouge the Bat, who always gave me very confusing feelings as a kid.
Oh, and there's just one more thing.
What's that?
I hope we share a cell.
Evening, handsome.
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay?
But before Shadow has a chance to flirt back, he gets attacked, but counters with... Meanwhile, Rouge starts hacking something, and Shadow is straight up blocking sword strikes with his bare hands. And then he explains that the reason he's in Egypt is because he needs to go fight aliens in
Space!
But they get interrupted by Big Chungus robot wielding a mace.
Hold that thought.
I call dibs.
Yo, Omega is so based. So Shadow and the gang decide to work together, and while Shadow dodges its attacks, Omega shoots out its leg, while Rouge dodges its laser eyes and dropkicks its arm, and here comes Shadow with a Galaxy Impact to finish it off. Yo, this is some elite level hands right here. I guess all that time spent together in Sonic Heroes didn't go to waste.
Oh yeah, baby. This makes us a team.
Anyway, Rouge agrees to help launch Shadow into space in exchange for a favor. So Shadow and the gang make it to Gun headquarters and proceed to blow stuff up for quite literally no reason. Then as Rouge recaps Shadow's backstory, this big-ass bat helicopter thing shows up.
Just an obstacle in my way.
I call dibs.
Sega for real is just glazing Omega at this point. Just look at this pull-up. Then the Batcopter shoots a missile and Shadow catches it with his bare hands. And just look at the pilot. This man knows he's cooked. He's never been this shook before in his life. But before Shadow commits unalive on this man, he runs up and catches the same missile he just launched. This man just alley-ooped a bomb for himself. Anyway, the pilot shoots even more missiles and Shadow just starts spamming instant transmission. Like, damn, we get it. Quit showing off. And then if you thought this hedgehog wasn't overpowered enough, he straight up pulls out the and decimates the missile in like 0.2 seconds and spin dashes straight through the Batcopter, destroying it. Then Shadow rescues the pilot. Why?
I don't know.
I wanted to destroy it.
Don't have a hate boner for him.
Dude, it's a pretty hateful boner.
So Rouge proceeds to launch Shadow towards the moon, and it turns out that raiding this facility was pointless since the general dude was gonna let Shadow go anyway.
He should have known I would have supported him if he asked.
When has Shadow ever asked for permission?
So Shadow really just did all this just to flex.
You really believe your own hype that much?
I am the hype!
But yeah, let's just say I am super excited to play Sonic Generations now, and you know, let's see if it does indeed live up to the hype.